What's good, YouTube family? I'm glad to have y'all back. Allen versus Costa just ended. Man, it was a good Apex card. We had 8 finishes. We also did catch a double up parlay of the week, so I'm happy about that. Every week, I'll deliver you guys a double up parlay of the week so you guys can double up your money. Now, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go ahead and talk about these fights. First fight of the night, we started off with a finish. Cagliari was able to get the finish versus Bannon with a late submission. In the first round, it was clearly on Cagliari's side as she implemented the pressure. She was pushing forward and not respecting anything coming from Bannon. But in the second round, Bannon did have some success. She had me a little scared there, I ain't gonna lie, because she was able to even get some top position. And at the third, Cagliari was able to come out there, be super aggressive. Eventually, she was able to get some top position, and she was able to get a submission and squeeze on that nasty arm triangle choke. Oh, yeah. The second fight of the night was a really good one too. We had Gurule versus Barres. Gurule went for 335 strikes. Barres went for 252 strikes. These guys put it all on the line for this fight. Gurule ended up winning on all 3 judges' scorecards, all 3 rounds. But there was definitely some back and forth between this bout, and it was really a good one. I'm glad Gurule was able to bounce back in this spot. I was pretty confident throughout the week that he would win this fight. But I was most confident in the over 2.5 and it to go to decision. And I ain't gonna lie, they had me scared too. There was almost finishes a couple of times, but luckily it was able to cash and we got it to the decision.
For the winner by unanimous decision, Luis
Polyana Viana is trash. I don't know what I was smoking the day I picked her, but hey, you know, you live and you learn. At least Harderlin showed that she has some good power here. She was able to stub Polyana and even get top position in there. She was able to take control over the fight. The second round comes out. At least Harderlin gets some top position. Then she gets her with a nasty calf slicer. She put that foot over and bend back. And man, she put all that pressure on Viana's foot and forced her to tap. She later said in her post-interview that it was something that she had just learned on Instagram. I try to give Viana the benefit of the doubt in playing her by finish only. So if she doesn't get finished, it voids. And her ass got finished.
Oh, she steps over the foot. Oh! And puts all that pressure on that knee that Polyana Viana had locked in.
Cody gets it done on his birthday with a knockout over Andre Petrosky in the second round. Petrosky was able to have some early success and stay out of the danger of Cody Brundage and was even able to get some control time. Now, I thought Petrosky would be the one to listen to his coach, but Brundage did. He told him all he had to do was win the first minute of the second round and the fight would take over itself. And that's exactly what happened. Cody Brundage went out there, stunned him bad, dropped him, and there was a whole bunch of unanswered shots. The ref definitely should have stepped in a little bit earlier, but Cody Brundage was so hype after he got that finish.
At this point. And that's it. The birthday boy gets a huge victory here at the Meta.
Shittiest fight on the card, Ketlin Vieira versus Jacqueline Cavalcante. Ketlin Vieira actually got some good shots off though, but Cavalcante went out there looking like shit. Ketlin Vieira definitely shows levels in this fight, and it goes to unanimous decision. And I think we're pretty alright with us just going to the next one. Now this is a fight I was waiting to see. Tommy Gant versus Manev. Manev came in as an undefeated prospect and so did Tommy Gant. Both were making their UFC debut. Gant showed that even if he doesn't get the takedowns, he's still going to keep going and keep going and keep trying. And he's going to land some sneaky shots on you. And Manev did really good with stuffing off the takedowns in the first round. But the second round, it definitely caught up to him and it's starting to wear on him. Tommy Gant gets the back mount, flattens him out, and just starts throwing some punches. And eventually he gets the finish.
Tommy Gant. There's in trouble here. But he knows he's up to something. And he stays undefeated.
We had a sloppy low-level fight here. Urslan versus Tuco Tokos. Urslan gets his first W in the UFC, but he did get hurt the first round. They were able to hurt each other and have some good exchanges in the first round. In the second and third round, Urslan decides to just lay and pray, which honestly was a smart decision for him because he was easily able to get the dub, and Tuco Tokos didn't do anything to get him off of him, really. He just kind of accepted the position. After the fight, Urslan called for a new contract, which I think honestly he doesn't deserve because he's a shit fighter, and tried to say if the UFC didn't sign him, they were being bad witches. Welcome to the PFL, buddy. Veretennikov easily gets smoked by Chaos William in the first round. It wasn't even competitive. Only 1 minute and 30 seconds into the fight, Chaos lands a clean shot, draws Veretennikov a couple of times. Veretennikov is trying to stand up with his legs. He can't even catch control of his legs. And Chaos William just comes in with the kill shot, dropping him bad and getting him out of there. Holy shit, guys, I was fucking wrong on this one. So Pop came out and he definitely dominated Timmy Kawamba. Kawamba came out with some good kicks and was chopping to the body, but it definitely wasn't enough to fend out Sopop. In the first round, when he got some control time, I saw some levels on the ground and I was like, oh man, I think Timmy's in trouble. Sure enough, Sopop comes out in the second round, stuns him real bad with a shot, is able to take the back and squeeze and get the rear naked choke. He did Timmy bad.
Yeah, Sopop's attitude gets a tap. Submission victory in his return. Let's see what drops him. Oh man, steps in, dips his head off the...
If Bellato showed up for this fight, honestly, in my opinion, I think he would have won. Bukauskas goes to a decision with Christian Edwards. In my opinion, Christian Edwards is not at all a high-level fighter. He was able to threaten some takedowns and kind of slow down the pace there. But this was definitely an opportunity for Bukauskas to take advantage of a short-notice opponent who's been knocked out before. I think, though, he clearly did win 2 out of the 3 rounds, so I'm not sure why it was a split. But still, it was a very underwhelming performance, and he definitely deserves to get a damn split decision. As a huge Malcolm Wellmaker fan, I have to say, this guy is not an elite prospect. The problem is that honestly, he's the best guy at his gym. And when you're working and being the best guy at your gym, it's not going to really progress you as an all-around MMA fighter. Juan Diaz has been training with the way better guys, and it definitely showed. In the first round, they started off by kind of filling each other out, kind of catching the range, and started off very slow. At the end of the first round, Juan Diaz drops Malcolm Wellmaker bad, and right at the bell, lands an illegal knee. In my opinion, that honestly was a very dirty move by Juan Diaz because he knew the way he was doing. I mean, he's not stupid. But it didn't really affect the fight too much. Malcolm Wellmaker was still looking very passive-aggressive out there prior to the knee. Juan Diaz takes advantage, lands more combos, eventually gets the back of Wellmaker, and there it's a wrap. He shows that there's different levels on the ground. Malcolm Wellmaker has no ground skills, honestly. And Juan Diaz makes him look like a fish out of water in this fight. I'm excited to see what they do with Juan Diaz next because he does bring some really exciting fights, and he was able to be the first one to finish Malcolm Wellmaker throughout his whole career. Doo Ho Choi gets the finish in the co-main event versus Daniel Willie Cat Santos. And man, what an amazing fight. Willie Cat Santos comes out really hot, swinging big and landing big on Doo Ho Choi. But it definitely caught up to him in the second round. Doo Ho Choi was able to push the pressure, keep moving forward, and landed a nasty body shot right to the liver. And Doo Ho Choi defends his country again and ends the Korean win streak of Daniel Santos. Now here's the main event of the evening. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We had complete domination by Arnold Allen. He wins all 5 rounds, being more efficient with his shots, landing 7 takedowns, and even getting over 9 minutes of control time. He completely showed levels in this fight, showed his durability, and just overall put on a masterclass, completely dominating this fight. Even though Costa threw more throughout the fight, Allen landed more, being the more efficient fighter between all 5 rounds of this fight. Allen holds the win streak of Costa and holds his spot in the rankings as one of the top at this weight class. Previously, before the John Silva fight, he did have a long layoff, so that's a really hard fight to come back to. And I think he's going to stop a lot of guys from coming to their rankings, and he also can possibly work himself up the rankings because he is a really good, talented fighter. Now, here's the clip of the last fight. I hope y'all enjoyed all the clips in this video, and I'm going to work on doing that more for y'all.
The winner by unanimous decision, Arnold Almighty Allen.
Hope y'all liked the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all soon.